all out. It don't matter any time of day, I came to ball out. We TCG, never duck a smoker, any call out. Better be ready to go to war until we fall out. 0 to 60 like Ludacris, we came to roll out. You know I gotta get my check, so please don't make me hold out. Bust down Cuban a summer day, I make it cold out. They was hot then, now they cold now. Left wrist dripping, I got it froze now.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down, Peterson. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Bronco switch, Cougar 19. Roll.
Walker now on 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
To throw on 2nd down, McGrath. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound? Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A short throw taken in by Conquo.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Walsh. Hook up of 15 yards there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for it. That's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
Off the play fake, Peterson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road. Missed.
This will not go down.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Cowboy 80!
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll audible to something else.
Off play action. McGrath. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Peterson on first down. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Pushing through the contact. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Peterson to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down.
And Zerline pulled it. Zerline pulled it. It's no good. Wide left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. You talk about this Seahawk defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5. No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, Peterson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
And the Seahawks Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey.
To the right side, this is Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGrath escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Let's go now.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. McGrath.
He completes this to Walker.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kicker is right there. It's good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you get a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Got it. Ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, McGrath, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up, taking it right down Broadway. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Zerline connects on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Zerline set to kick off.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, and don't tell everyone how many I had.
Here's Walker, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Again, Walker. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity that if it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And this kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Aaron Browning from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. To throw is Peterson. Looking to throw on second down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 19 yards there on the catch and run. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and then you need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on second down, Peterson.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Anthony Schwartz,
63 yards.
And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Peterson.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here's Peterson from the gun on 3rd down. And he's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Leek Willem. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Got an open man at Schwartz.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Come on. Hey.
At the 43-yard line.
19 right.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And Walker has it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll take this down to the 33.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
This is 2nd and 8.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a play fake here on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Off the bootleg, McGrath. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
He's able to find Melton.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Peterson.
That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
A big play that time for the Titans. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Peterson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 of the Seahawks 5-yard line.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now Peterson throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
19 Tiger, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick.
On 1st and 10, McGrath. Smith, and I think the ball's out.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden...
And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. McGrath going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
Ready? Hey, check that. Street.
A gift for Walker running right.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Okay, break.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Trap 60. Buffalo 18.
Operating from the gun, McGrath. Flushed out right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. McGrath. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He gets this one to Burks.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Peterson now throwing on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Titans get a bit closer.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Off the play fake. McGrath. This is Fant on the short. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. We'll call it locker skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker with career touchdown number 70. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Peterson off the play fake.
Across the formation, Burks has it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This pass complete to Melton.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Peterson to throw on second down.
Going to the right here and finding Burks.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. And now they'll shift things around.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 99 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. The partner under the lights in primetime. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Seahawks, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.